All glories to Srila Bhakti Tirtha Swami, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. We welcome you today for the day 12 session of Radha Shunya, Missing Mercy. Wish you all a happy Diwali. Gurudev wish you a happy Diwali too. So,
Thank you.
We would like to start the session with a beautiful song by Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur. Shwetadeep Mataji, I would like to invite you to sing the song.
Hare Krishna, Srila Gurudev. Please accept my humble obeisances.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for good.
Sadhu Sangana hoilo hai. Sadhu Sangana hoilo hai. Gilo dine akarana kuri artha uparjana. Gelo dine akarana kori artha uparjana. Paramartha rohilo kothaye. Paramartha rohilo kothaye. Suvana koriya tyaga tuchalo shri anuraga. Durbhagira ito lakshana. Durbhagira ito lakshana. Krishne tar sanga kori sadhu jana parihari. Krishne tar sanga kori sadhu jane parihari. Mada garve ka tanu jivana. Mada garve ka tanu jivana. Bhakti mudra darashane hasya korita mane. Batulata boliya tahaye. Batulata boliya tahaye. जे सभ्यता श्रेष्ठ गणी हराइनु चिंतामणि शेषतः रोहि लोक थाये. शेषतः रोहि लोक थाये. ज्ञानेरा गरिमा बले भक्ति रूप सुसंबले उपेक्षिनो स्वार्थ पसरिया. उपेक्षिनो स्वार्थ पसरिया. दुष्ट जड़ श्रित ज्ञान एबे होलो अंतर ध्यान. कर्म भोगे आमा के रखिया. कर्म भोगे आमा के रखिया. ए बेचारी साधु जने कृपा कोरी ए दुर्जने. देना भक्ति समुद्रे रबेंदु. देना भक्ति समुद्रे रबेंदु. ता होइलो अनायासे मुक्त होया भावा पाशे. पार होई ए संसार बेंदु. पार होई संसार सिंधु. साधु संग न होइलो हाय. साधु संग न होइलो हाय. जय वैष्णव ठाकुर. वैष्णव ठाकुर. वैष्णव ठाकुर. जय वैष्णव ठाकुर. जय भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर. जय भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर. भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर. जय भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर. जय जय प्रभुपाद. 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद. जय जय गुरुदेव. 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 जय जय गुरुदेव. नित्य गौरा हरि बोल. हरि बोल. हरि बोल. नित्य गौरा हरि बोल. So its translation is like this. Alas, now I realize that all of my days had passed unuselessly, for I never had the great fortune of associating with the devotees of the Lord. Therefore, instead of hearing from them about the process of attaining the topmost goal of human life, I have wasted my time simply working hard to earn money. This is such an unfortunate calamity, for I now consider that I have rejected pure gold simply to become attached and devoted to a small clod of dirt. In other words, I have abandoned the bright faced golden devotees of the Lord to associate with filthy, dirty persons who are averse to Krishna. Thus, in their company, I have passed my entire life dazed in madly intoxicated vanity. Whenever I saw someone decorated with the sign of a Vaishnava like tilak, neck beads, and shikha, etc., I would laugh at them within my mind, considering them to be a completely insane. Regarding this attitude of mine to be the most highly cultured behavior, I have therefore robbed myself of the transcendental association of those touchstone like devotees. So now, in the end, I am wondering where has all this nonsense led me to? On the strength of my material education, I became puffed up and completely overlooked the most auspicious form of spiritual life, which is available only by devotional service. Thus, I have completely steered clear of the ultimate goal of life. But now, in my old age, all of this polluted material knowledge I worked so hard for is dwindling, for my memory is gradually fading away. Just see how I am captured and tormented in enjoying the fruits of my previous material activities. Now I have just one last hope. If only the devotees would be merciful to this sinful rogue by sprinkling me with one drop from the Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu, the nectarian ocean of pure devotion. Then I will be satisfied by the sweet influence of that single drop. I will uh, instantly and effortlessly become liberated from the strong grip of the material world, and thus I will finally be able to cross over the ocean of nescience. Thank you so much, Shila Gurudev.
Hari Hari Bo, thank you. A beautiful song. So Bhakti Thakur. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Shwetadeep Mataji, for singing such a powerful song in your melodious voice. We would like to further move ahead for the session. But before that, a quick announcement. Um, Everybody, I request all of you to keep your notebooks and your pen handy so that we can write down our reflections and then later on discuss. So, Gurudev, we would like to start today's session of Radha Shunya Missing Mercy. Today's topic is Seek the Association of Devotees. And the floor is yours. Thank you, Gurudev.
Hari Hari Bo, Hare Krishna. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namini Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namaste Saraswati Devi Soyabadi Pacharine Irvisesha Samavadi Pachatta Disatarini Namaste Saraswati Devi Soyabadi Pacharine Irvisesha Samavadi Vastasati Satare Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Priya Dehita Gadadara Sivasadi Gora Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Priya Dehita Gadadara Sivasadi Gora Bhakta Vrinda Sri Krishna Chaitanya Gauri Yananda Jaya Deta Gadadara Siva Sadi Gora Bhakta Vinda Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Gauri Yananda Jaya Deta Gadadara Siva Sadi Gora Bhakta Vinda Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Damodara Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Prabhupada 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 Srila Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Pada Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Guru Deva Guru Deva Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Guru Hari Guru Hari Guru Hari Guru Nita Guru Hari Guru Nita Guru Hari Guru Hari Guru Hari Guru Nita Guru Hari Guru Jayam Vishnu Pad Paramahamsa Ivra Jagacharya Astur Sarasata Sisima Divine Grace ISKCON founder Acharya Jagadguru S.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajagacharya Stutarasata Sisrimad Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada ki jai. Ananta Kuri Vaishnavrinda ki jai. Nama Acharya Srila Haridasa Kura ki jai. Prem Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda ki jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopal Gopinata Shyama Kurada Kunda Giri Gauravan ki jai. Vrindavan ki jai. Mathuradam ki jai. Navadvip Mayapurdam ki jai. Jagannath Puridam ki jai. Jamuna Mai ki jai, Ganges Mai ki jai, Tulasi Devi ki jai, Bhakti Devi ki jai, Samaveta Bhakti Vrinda ki jai, Nitai Gaura Premanande. All glories assemble devotees, all glory to assemble devotees, all glory to assemble devotees, all glory to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prithai Bhutala Srimati Bhakti Tirtha Swami Sri Krishna Padaya Prabhupada Sitan Sri Gaura Karuna Sakti Bhakti Tirtha Chinana. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prithai Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami. Amagyan Timirandasya Gyanandana Shalakaya Chakshulam Litam Yanatasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Savitam Jana Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Pandeham Sri Gurun Sri Tapada Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahaguna Lolita Sri Visakha Tamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagat Gopi Sai Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namasute Tapta Kanchana Gorangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrisavana Suti Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vanchakal Patarubhyascha Kripa Sundhuvacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. His Holiness Bhakti Tirtha Swami Maharaj ki jai. Radha Sunya ki jai. Gaura Bhaktivinoda ki jai.
Gurudev,
Sri Kartik Vrata ki jai. Sri Deepavali ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Gurudev, just a quick announcement. Sorry to interrupt. All the Portuguese devotees, we would like to announce that you can rename yourself. For example, you have to write PT. For example, Yogini Devi Dasi. So you have to mention PT in your name so that you can also we can make a group for the discussion for the Portuguese devotees. Thank you. And we have language interpretation in Portuguese and Hindi. So you need to click on the globe icon and select your preferable language. हिंदी में भी भाषांतर है, सो आपको ग्लोब आइकॉन पे क्लिक करके आपकी भाषा सिलेक्ट करनी है. हरे
सभी
कृष्ण.
हिंदी भाषी भक्त अपने नाम के सामने HIN लिख लें, HIN डैश अपना नाम. और जैसे कि माता जी ने बताया है, ऑल द पोर्टुगीज स्पीकिंग डिवोटीज कैन रीनेम देमसेल्व्स ऑन Zoom as PT dash your name. So Narahari Prabhu, you can guide the devotees in your channel to do that. And you can also remind them mid-session so that if somebody new joins, they can take part in the discussion. Thank you. Sorry, Swami. Hare Krishna.
What next?
We are ready, Gurudev. That was all. We just wanted the devotees to rename themselves for the mid-session reflection activity.
All right. Hare Krishna. Radha Sunya, the missing link. Day 12. Today, Well, we are trying to understand the dangerous, devastating effect of Aparadha and trying to overcome it. We want to focus today particularly on how to seek the association of devotees. How to seek the association of devotees. Yes. A mad elephant offense. Madhya Lila Chaitanya Charitamrita, chapter 19, verse 156. Giving up the regulative principles and living according to one's whims are compared to a mad elephant, which by force uproot the bhakti ladder and breaks it to pieces. In this way, the bhakti ladder shrivels up. Bhakti ladder, the seed of bhakti, shrivels up, dried up, get withered. Such an offense is especially created when one disobeys the instructions of the spiritual master. This is called Guru Avagya. The devotee must therefore be very careful not to commit offenses against the spiritual master by disobeying his instructions. As soon as one is deviated from the instructions of the spiritual master, the uprooting of the bhakti ladder begins, and gradually all the leaves dry up. Why should one go to a doctor if you don't need medication? Why? Why should one go to a doctor if you don't need medication? Why should one go to a doctor if you know that he's not a good, he's a quack? Why should one go there? A doctor never come to someone's house to knock. Hello? I'm a doctor, I have a clinic, you see, please come to my hospital. Do you have experience like that? Do you have any experience like that anywhere in the world? The doctor goes to someone's house and call the inmate to come to his or her hospital. I don't have that experience. It is people who go to the doctor in the hospital. So my question was, why should I go to the doctor if I'm not ready to take his prescription, his medication? And why should I go to the doctor when I don't have faith in him? I don't trust him. He's a fake. He's a quack doctor. You're not you're not a genuine doctor. Why should I go to him or her? That was my question. That is a madness itself. That's a madness. Pramad. Madness. So it is inhuman for one to go to the doctor and tell the doctor, I don't believe in the medicine you're giving me. Then you pay me. You pay for my consultation, you pay for the medicine. So if you don't believe, but you came and you paid my money, so you're a fool. Not me, it is you who is a fool. Because I didn't come to call for you. You came. I did my diagnosis and I'm giving you prescribed medicine. Not take you, I don't believe, I don't have faith in you, I don't trust you. Why did you come? It's madness. So it is the word you say is whims. Giving up the regulatory principles and living according to one's whims are compared to mad elephant. This is condemned by Gita 1623. 1623. Condemned by Gita. Jaha sasa bidim ulsi dia vartate ka kaltate vartate ka karte. Condemned. Jaha sastra bidim ulsi dia vartate kama karata. Kama karata. Papa translated it acting whimsically lost. So the word whims is you say whims. Acting whimsically in lost. That's how proper translated kam karataha. So what is the result of that? One is rejecting a spiritual master, one is rejecting the scripture. What's the result of rejecting spiritual master, rejecting a bona fide spiritual master, a bona fide scripture? That's how I say dim. That's the first thing. No perfection. There is no perfection. Nasa sidim ababnuti. Ababnuti means one will not achieve perfection. One will not attain perfection. Nasukam, one will never be happy. When there is no perfection, no happiness, what is the question of paramgati? Paramgati doesn't exist also. Three things is gone. Three things is gone. Nasa sidim ababnuti, na sukam, na paramgati. This is the result of acting whimsically. Bhagavad Gita 1865 purport. The Prabhupada said whimsical activities should not be offered to Krishna. Whimsical activities shouldn't be offered to Krishna. Whims, one is acting whimsically, is madness. So if one go to his wisdom and say, why disobeying? What is our right to disobey them? So, special master, I was talking to one devotee this afternoon. His whimsical acts and where he is heading to. I give you an example. This devotee had a problem because he was doing like this, and you are doing the same thing. That means what? You are going to have the same experience that devotee had. This morning, I was telling a devotee. A devotee is rejecting the instruction of spiritual master, acting whimsically. It doesn't make sense at all. That's why it is described as madness. It is madness. And when a mad elephant, even if the elephant is not mad, entering a garden is devastating. And then if the elephant is mad, then it's worse. Sri Mahaprabhu will use this example. The teacher of humility is the one who gave this example of mad elephant. In the forest, when the Sita Devi and Parmachanda and Lakshmana were in the forest. Maricha disguised as a deer by the order of Ravana. The first time Ravana came to tell Marichi to disguise and deceive Lord Machanda. Marichi told him, my dear brother, please let me tell you the truth. This man, when he was a small boy, he dealt with me. He was a child. Now he's a big boy. What do you think he will do? Please, by the love I have for you, I'm telling you, don't disturb yourself. Just go back and live your peaceful life. I'm telling you from experience what he did to me as a child. Now he's a big man. What do you expect he will do? Please go back. Ravana accepted. He went back until his sister told him, lie. I saw a very beautiful, there's no girl like that in the whole universe. And I wanted to bring her to you. See the result of that. And they're sitting here peacefully, don't do anything. And Providence came in. Ravana went to Marichi again and said, my brother, see, this time I'm not just talking to you as a friend or brother. This is my order. If you don't go and do what I'm telling you, I'll kill you. So Marichi was saying, why will I die in the hand of a demon? You're going to die in the hand of the Lord. I'll get blessed. That was the only reason why Marichi went to act the way he did. And then Sita Devi asked Lakshman to leave her. Lakshman drew a circle. It's just a circle. It's a mystical circle, chanting with mantra. It's a mystical circle. Now we have a Lakshman Rekha. Lakshman Rekha. And you put it, see Lakshman Rekha. It's clean. It's on top of there. That's Lakshman Rekha. So now anti-book. So he told her, since my brother is not here and I'm not here, you are alone, don't step out of this circle. Stay within this. Don't step out. That is the instruction. As far as you remain within this circle, nothing can enter here. So don't go outside. Stay here. Lakshman left and Sita Devi stepped out. She was kicking out. What was the result of disobedience? 1 full year suffering in Lanka. So when we say mad elephant offense, we should try to understand how devastating that for 1 year she was sitting with a demon and Rakshasi come every day to harass her, every day and night. They be harassing her, torturing her from all directions. It is devastating to disobey, disrespect. What about Indra? Disrespecting his spiritual master, Brihaspati. What happened? Devastating. Brihaspati knew Indra had repented from his offense and he was coming to beg him. He healed himself. He personally did that so he could experience it. So next time he will not do that. It was devastating, but Indra went through. He suffered to disobey the reason. So when a devotee wants to destroy his or her life, he should disobey the Guru. When a devotee wants to suffer more than what we already have, disobey, minimize his spiritual master's position, and think all kinds of things about him. It is mentioned here, it is what? The uprooting of the Bhakti ladder begins, and gradually all the leaves dry up. Therefore, no sincere devotees should do this. Either in the mind or grossly, we should never do this. All right? The devastating power of Vaishnava Para. When a mad elephant enters a beautiful garden, it destroys everything, leaving a barren field. Similarly, The power of Vaishnava Aparadhas is so great that even an advanced devotee becomes almost devoid of his spiritual assets if he commits it. Since Krishna consciousness is eternal, it cannot be destroyed altogether, but advancement may be checked from the time being. Bhagavatam 5.1.5. Yes, Chaitanya Charitamrita also have another beautiful experience. Ishwara Puri, Ramachandra Puri. Both of them are disciples of Madhavendra Puri. Both of them have a relationship with the Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Ramachandra Puri was very arrogant and is correcting and advising his spiritual master. Very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. In the Nectar of Instruction, text number 5, the last one, Prabhupada mentioned the purport. The spiritual master is not the object of our correction, our chastisement, and our discipline. Discipline. It is not. He is not. But we have seen devotees who are knowingly drinking poison. Especially for humble devotees. It is risky for neophyte devotees. Risky. So here, Ramachandra Puri is correcting his spiritual master. His spiritual master is in prema. And he is expressing that. Ramachandra Puri is correcting him. Don't lament. You should chant Harkisha, you should think of Brahman. But the minute they Puri cast him, your face should not be seen. You are contaminated, you should get out. Your face should not be seen. He drove him away. But Ishwari Puri was blessed because he knows his spiritual master is in prayer. And he's expressing that. See, while he was enjoying it, the other external God brother was not enjoying anything. He was cursed. Because of the curse from his spiritual master, he went to blaspheme the supreme person of God, and all the devotees also cursed him. He told them, "You are a sannyasi. See, ant. They are ants everywhere. Everywhere they are ants. But a fault finder will not see ant anywhere. He will only see it with a sannyasi. You are eating sweet. Ants. Sweet. You sannyasi. You. Oh, the food course is meant for 10 people. You have eaten it. If you say for 10 days, the whole village is going to die of starvation. So time up, we call devotees. Go in, please. Tell devotee from today, nobody should invite me for prasad. Tell all devotees, nobody should invite me for prasad. When Govind announced it, all devotees held their head. What is this? What happened? What happened? They started inquiring. And they got to understand that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given this order because of Ramachandra Puri. All the assembled devotees curse him. That is the worst thing one can experience in life. Better than when is struck with atomic bomb or when is burnt by fire. 100 times better than to be abandoned by Vaishnavas, cursed by Vaishnavas. One does not suffer alone. Generations of our family members will participate in that offense. mad elephant, Vaishnava parrot. Very, very devastating. Very dangerous. That means that the positive is always stronger. When there is Radha Sunya or Aparadhas, the positive development is put on hold. And we may have to go through this lifetime and sometimes several lifetimes before. By our previous devotion, we are able to move forward in spiritual life. Aparadhas come from associating with non-devotees. This is one category of Vaishnava Aparadha. When a Krishna conscious devotee started associating with other Sampradayas and seeing other sadhus, then they will start minimizing their spiritual master. Yes, that's what it's mentioning. Aparadhas come from associating with non-devotees. This is one category of Vaishnava Aparadha. This does not mean we should cluster ourselves or be averse to the general public. No, we cannot just keep ourselves locked up in the room because you don't want to. No, we have to go and give association that we are we are taking their own nature. We are taking their nature. We're not giving them association. We should go out to give association. Association means that we are relating whimsically. Yes, the other Sadhu day is speaking about that there are any pastimes. Therefore, is superior to my guru. Yes. So I should go and hear. So if you go and hear, does that mean that now you have become a pure devotee? You are now a Rasika Bhakta? It's a qualification. It's a qualification for us. So we have to judge. And see where we are in our Krishna consciousness. Hearing and chanting of these transcendental topics swiftly liberate the reciter and hearer from the heart disease of lust, provided this hearing and chanting is done with faith that this is a transcendental exchange between Krishna and his internal potency, Swarup Shakti. Instead of becoming sexually agitated, the faithful practitioner of this upasana, such as devotional meditation, will become free from the disease of lust. This is hearing, bona fide hearing. Anyone who faithfully hears and chants the pastimes of Lord Krishna with the women of Braj attains the highest devotion to God. He will swiftly be cured from the heart disease of lust, and he will become steady, pure, and saintly. Not that I'm hearing and becoming, I should go and do like this with my friend. So we should check and see, what are we hearing? Are we really hearing? Or we are getting stimulated? So we should check and see. All right? What constitutes harmful association? Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur states in Jaiva Dharma that associating with non-devotees means to have loose and emotionally invested worldly dealings, to fail to be in the world but not of it. It is a great issue because naturally we imbibe the qualities of those with whom we associate. Srila Prabhupada discusses this point as follows. When one associates with non-devotees, the maddened elephant is set loose. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has said, Asat Sangha Tyag, A Vaishnava Achar. Mother Lila 22:87. The first business of a Vaishnava is to give up the company of non-devotees. A so-called mature devotee, however, commits a great offense by giving up the company of pure devotees. The human being is a social animal, and if one gives up the society of pure devotees, he must associate with non-devotees, Asat Sangha. Madhya Lila 19:157. Yes, we must associate. We must associate. The quality of that association matters. But for association, we must have. We cannot do without association. We are made for that. To associate. So now it depends on the taste we have. If you don't have taste for Krishna, Trishna, then we have Asat Trishna. That is normal. The two things. There's nothing like imagine, no, I'm not there, I'm not here. No. Asat Trishna or Trishna Krishna. Yes. We have taste for Krishna. We'll associate with devotees. Even association with devotees, we still select devotees we are going to hear. Yesterday we were hearing not criticizing devotees. See, if I'm going to associate with devotees who are very busy making criticism all day, every time you see devotees talking about this person, that person, but this, and that is what? The same thing as sad, sangha. And Chaitanya says, should be tyag. Should give it up. But Vaishnava Sangha should be, it's called satsanga. It's satsanga. That should be encouraged. That we should have. Satsanga. It's compulsory. Otherwise, we have a sat. That is normal. So we should select our association. Association that will help us to continue our practice very nicely, to become very busy in Krishna consciousness that we don't have spare time for Maya. All right? Our inherent need for love and connection. Inherent need for love and connection. If we are not happy, satisfied, feeling protected, feeling loved, and getting love amongst the Vaishnavas, it is inevitable that we are later going to find a greater connection with the non-devotees. Because all of us are inherently pleasure-seeking. Ananda Mayobhyasats. And they are things that we need to help us feel that we are valued, that we are esteemed. If we are not getting that healthy sadhu sangha, or if one is making aparadhas and not being able to experience what is available from the sadhu sangha, then in time, one will find the sangha of materialists. That is it. We'll find the association of materialists. And we can also judge ourselves and see where we are by how we value sadhu sangha in contrast to valuing asat sangha. If our taste for associating with devotees is increasing, that means you're making advancement. And if our taste for Sadhu Sangha is not increasing and Asat Sangha is increasing, that means that our devotional life is very low. Very low. And that comes through very prominent words. Depression. Means what? The soul is not getting nourishment. We are not getting all the necessary things. As I said here. If we are not feeling happy, satisfied, feeling protected, feeling loved, and getting love amongst the rest of us, what we are not getting, does that mean that this does not exist here? It is in full swing. Ocean of nectar is flowing. Ocean, not a river. An ocean of nectar is flowing. But why are we not getting? Vaishnava Aparadhas, Radha, Sunya, who came from a satsanga. A satsanga. Even in a temple, you can have a satsanga. Yes. Because we know that Krishna said, how many people will approach him? 4. 4 people approach him. All of them are devotees? No. Where are they? In the movement. These 4 people, these 44 people are in the movement. Those who have come to Krishna for money. Those who have come to Krishna for position, for prestige. They have come to Krishna for knowledge. Those who have come out of distress, suffering, seriously, distress. But either is a health crisis, or money crisis, or a position crisis, or inferiority complex. Yes. So we are all grouped here. That means that one has to be careful to find who among these 4 classes, which group here is for Krishna that I should associate with. Those people, whenever we meet, we're going to talk about Krishna. I want to discuss about Krishna. I want to hear something about Krishna. I want to hear something about Krishna's devotees. I want to hear. Because that gives satisfaction. That is the life. Bodayantas paras param. Yes. Katayantata mam nityam. The devotees are taking pleasure in talking about me among themselves. Bodhayanta, among themselves. They sit together, nitya, eternally. That is where devotees are joining the ocean of nectar. Because we are talking about Krishna. We're talking about Krishna devotees. See all these devotees. See those devotees here. See their faces. No one is frowned here. Just smiling faces. Just sweet faces. See, it's always in bliss. Always in bliss. It's food. It's food. It's very contagious. People get to him, you feel it. You feel it. Yes. You feel it. This is Bhakti. So if we're not getting nourished, it means that we are doing something wrong. We should check ourselves and correct it immediately. And plug back into the river of Bhakti, of nectar. And move on like that. All right? Going internal through reflections, embodying love in action. We have 5 minutes. Love is an answer to the problems of the world, but it must be love in action. Love that offers selfless service to others. The measure of love's sincerity and depth is to be found in our state of consciousness and in our behavior, not in our words and beliefs. I believe I love you. I'm fully convinced that I love you. And then what? So what? Do you need to tell me like that? Yeah, actions will speak. The actions will speak, not the words. As spiritual warriors, we must learn to be available at all times and in all circumstances to say kind words, diffuse a conflict, help, offer help, and humbly radiate the love that is our growing inner reality. This is love in action. Yes. It's not just a feeling. It's not just a feeling. It is action. It's a demonstration. When somebody loves somebody, if the true love is there, even if not true, even if loss is there, we'll express it because it's not just a feeling. We want to see, want to relate with that person, want to show that love with person. So it comes out sometimes in embracing and in kissing and other things. Yes. Scenario. A resident brahmachari in our community falls sick. Days pass. And most devotees remain indifferent, thinking. Anyway, we are not the body. Krishna will take care. Yeah, Krishna is always taking care. Not only today, he's always taking care. And he will always take care. Yes. Maybe I will be better off living with my family. They may not be devotees, but at least they care for me. I mentioned the one go brother in Brindavan, 2003. I think he was brahmachari. He was sick for 2 weeks. He was lying there. The devotees were coming and leaving him, coming and going. Nobody tell him, Prabhu, how are you? Nobody. After 2 weeks, even his own, the head, the department where he is, even the head, it took him a long time before he was able to consider taking him to the hospital. I went to the hospital and I spent the night there with him. Because I left because I was doing Baptist Saturday that time, so I have to leave to go for my visit. But I spent the night. In the night, I will not spend the night with him. When he finished, after he got healed and came back to the temple, this is what he did. Maybe I will be better off living with my family. He got married. Why? Because at least my wife is there with me. She's not going to leave me there for 2 weeks. My children will not do that. So better get that. He got married. Yes. They may not be devoted, but at least they care for me. Yes, that caring is there. He got married because of this experience. And I'm sure there's so many other experiences like this. Many people left the movement. Devotees who are leaving the movement, they're not living, not because Krishna is not God, not because something wrong with the holy name, not because something wrong with proper our scripture. They're living because one, they have weakness, they have their own problem, the offenses is there, and we are also facilitating their offenses. Our whimsical behavior. Yes. Have I confused detachment with neglect? Most of our action is like that. Two, what small act of care? A plate of prasadam, a kind words, a visit could help this devotee feel Krishna's love. Yes. And three, how can our community embody the warmth of Goloka, where every soul lives for others' happiness? All right, we have 5 minutes to go through this reflection. Very nice. See you after 5 minutes. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Shri Gurudev. So we just want to inform all the devotees that today we'll have a group discussion. So you will be assigned channels. Both the language interpreters can guide their respective devotees. We'll be dividing into 5 rooms. One Portuguese speaking, one Hindi speaking, and the remaining 3 will be of the devotees who are comfortable in English. So what you have to do is after you go in your rooms, you have to think about the scenario. Uh, think about it yourself, how you would respond to each of the 3 questions, and then you have to discuss amongst yourselves. One person from each group will then come and discuss it in the presence of all the various other groups. So I hope the guidelines are clear and you will be assigned the rooms now. Please enter into these rooms. You will be allowed to unmute and you can discuss with the members in your group of about all the 3 questions. There has to be one representative from each group who will come and share all the points in the larger forum. Thank you so much. Yogini Mataji, for the members in the Portuguese group, we have one devotee at least who will be English speaking, and we'll remove the channel when they are discussing. So we'll start the rooms now. So you can all join in the respective rooms. Do let us know on the chat to me if you're having any troubles. Okay. You can all start entering into the rooms for the discussion. Everybody is requested to join in the respective groups. Vishnu Murthy Sevak Prabhu, Rajiv Prabhu, I think if you have not joined the channels, you can. No, I think you have joined. Okay. The Rashmi Mataji, Varsha Ritu Mataji, Kamalakshi Mataji, उज्ज्वला गात्रिका माताजी, भक्तगति माताजी, आप सबको चैनल ज्वाइन करने का ऑप्शन दिख रहा होगा, रूम ज्वाइन करने का, ब्रेकआउट रूम का एक पॉपअप आया होगा, उसमें ज्वाइन कर लीजिए आप लोग. रश्मि माताजी,
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Mataji, I suddenly got disconnected. Hare Krishna.
No worries, there, Rupa Mataji. Like we had just had the reflection discussion. So there were 5 rooms, one for Portuguese devotees, other for Hindi, and the left three groups were for the English understanding
Ma
devotees.
Mataji, I was in English group. I got suddenly disconnected. I am not understanding how to enter
In which English group
again.
were you there, Mataji? In which I will make you join again.
In English, Mataji.
In which group?
I
1, 2,
was.
3.
I think so. One Mataji. I don't know. I just clicked there.
There are 4 English speaking groups.
Okay. Some 5 devotees were there that time, Mataji, in that group. Only 5.
Okay. 5. Then in that case, all have left. It's all getting finished, Mataji, in 40 seconds.
Okay, Mataji.
So, Leelamani Mataji, only in the beginning we'll keep the screen sharing on as the leaders come from each group, so that they can go over the questions and the reflections from the respective groups. I think devotees have started joining in back. Okay, so we welcome you all back again to the main room, and we pray that you would have a nice full discussion. So we have 5 groups: the Portuguese speaking, the Hindi speaking, and English speaking group 1, 2, and 3. So we would request all the leaders from all these 5 groups to please raise your hand. So that we can call, so that Sharna Mataji can call you one by one. So all the 5 group leaders, please raise your hands. Hindi speaking group, whoever is the leader can raise their hand. English speaking group 1, English speaking group 2, and English speaking group 3. We can see only 2 hands up till now, so others can also raise their hand, and we'll start with Matsya Prabhu. Prabhuji is sharing the reflections from the Portuguese channel.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Hare Krishna, Gurudev, again. Nice to
Hare
see
Hare
you again.
Krishna.
So it was a very nice exercise. Everyone contributed. So our reflections are, the first point is that we need to be very sincere when we are dealing with other devotees. So our actions must be sincere, our speech must be sincere, everything must be done in sincerity, no like duplicity in our relationship with other devotees. And to be sincere when we are trying to offer something to some devotees, or services, or or words, we should speak with sincerity. Another thing is to be attentive in the way in which we express love, and the way the other devotees is receiving love, because we have seen in the course of Grihastha Vision team, they speak a lot about this for marriages, that often we are not attentive to the way the other person is open to receive love. For some people, for example, it's very important to have physical connection, to receive a hug, to receive, to be close. But for some people, they might find to be to receive a hug, they might find this to be an invasion of their personal space, for example. So we need to be attentive about the language of love of the other person. And we have to try to connect with their language, the way they understand and receive love, and not just to give the love the way we know how to give, or the way we think the other person wants to receive our love. So we need to be attentive to that. And another thing is to be aware of what the other person is able to receive. For example, we should not just dump our problems to the other person, but we need to be very attentive of what the person actually is able to listen, or how much they can hold the things we are speaking to them. Another thing is not to live in Krishna's hand. For example, someone is having a problem and we think, okay, Krishna is going to deal with that. We shall not give Krishna this service. We should not employ Krishna in the service of taking care of others, but we should ourselves do this service for Krishna and try to be Krishna's instrument to help and nourish love in the relationships. And of course, Krishna is going to take care of everyone, but we shall not employ Krishna as our servants to take care of other devotees. We should do that. Another thing that was pointed is that we are a living organism. We are like separate entities. We are like a whole body, like ISKCON and our yatras. We are like a whole spiritual organism that is functioning together. So we shall not think that the problems of others are independent of us. Like their problems is our problems as well, is our culture, is our society. So we should address that, and we should be very careful that everyone is healthy, because our health, spiritual health, depends on the health of other devotees as well. And also our success depends on the success of others. So we should try to push everyone forward, and this will make us to advance, and not we should advance and don't mind about other people. We should push everyone forward, and in this way we are going to be successful as well. So this is what we have discussed. I hope it helps. Thank you very much for the opportunity. It was a wonderful exercise. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Matsya Prabhu. Now, Pratik Prabhu, we would like to unmute yourself.
Hare Krishna. Please accept my obeisances, the lotus feet. So for our group, the discussions or the reflections that came up for the three questions were, for the first one, in most of the scenarios, we ended up neglecting the person rather than, even though we might be practicing detachment. So what we understand is, an example given and what we have learned in the past sessions is that while we are practicing detachment, for whatever reasons, be it the devotee or non-devotee, we should still not make them feel neglected, especially in times of need. Because we understood also in one of the sessions that when it's an emergency situation, like we saw in the case of the person who was homeless, we should still go ahead and hand our hand, but we might not take them to the temple immediately, but at least offer something. So we should still not completely neglect that person, offer some help in times of need. Second one was what kind of a small act of care. So in this, the feedback we have is, this is my own realization. So usually I used to rather consider when I'm seeing a person who's either, let's say, sick or suffering, my tendency was that I used to think that it is because of their past karma, that they are what they are right now, and who am I to help them, because they are destined to receive that as part of their karma. But now that we have realized that after hearing the Radha Sunya Katha over the last few sessions, I've tried to change my thought process a bit differently, and not often, but I just started to reach out to people who I know, but I've not seen them for a while, and actually asking them how they are doing. I hope everything is well with them, and if they need any help or support. So this is just recently I've started, otherwise this was not a thought process that I was following. And for the third question, we have a mixed feedback from the group, wherein Mataji from Germany, she mentioned that to embody the Golaka behavior, I mean, rather, they do have this Bhakti rickshaw set up in Germany, where they are inviting new devotees along with senior devotees. They give them prasadam, they do perform kirtan and dancing, and then they obviously discuss on some topics of the Bhagavatam, which helped many give clarity of thoughts, eventually helping them, to deal with problems in their life. There was one feedback wherein, as I said, they will want to practice giving association more, so that they can come to the stage of perfection, and also helping understand, discuss pastimes of Krishna more and more, so that our mind is focused in activities relating to Krishna and not materials. One feedback I have is serving the devotees in terms of need for love. So what we also understand that in Goloka there is no hatred, there is nobody is getting criticized there. There is a lot of love everywhere. Everything is unlimited. So, but if we want to showcase that behavior to a devotee, then we should try to help them come out of that situation by giving them more love and more support. That is the reflections that we have. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. We would like Shrimram Radhika Mataji to unmute yourself here.
Hare Krishna Shila Gurudev, please accept my most humble obeisances onto the dust of your lotus feet.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gurudev. So, Gurudev, the reflections which I got from the group, in which Aniruddha Prabhuji, Prasannatma Prabhuji, and Hamsaduta Prabhuji was there. So, the contribution is that care and love really matters a lot. So the love we receive from other devotee, it helps us to grow in bhakti. And one of the devotee was feeling. And one of the devotee was feeling good because one of the devotee was not feeling good because of the stomach issue. This was an incident shared by Prasannatma Prabhu. So he went there and he saw him lying down and he helped him to the best he can so that he can feel nice. And in this situation, we can also do the service which has been allotted to that devotee. So in the place of him, we can do his service. That will also give him some kind of help. And being compassionate also helps a lot. And regularly praying for him can also help that devotee. And in this way, we can show some love and compassion, and that will help us to lift us also in our bhakti. So in that way, we can do this, Srila Gurudev. Thank you so much.
Hari Hari Bol.
Thank you, Mataji. Prashant Tiwari Prabhu, you can unmute yourself and share your reflections.
Hare Krishna, Srila Gurudev, please accept my most humble obeisances unto your divine lotus feet.
Hare Krishna.
So, Srila Gurudev, in our group, there are 6 devotees, and we discussed few points. Mainly, I can share that one devotee mentioned that when he was part of a small community where everyone knew each other closely, the atmosphere felt very warm and it was personal, and there was less friction. But as the community changed and it grew to a longer community, it became harder to maintain the same connection. And naturally, the small circles formed, and devotees within those circles took care of one another. But outside the circles, outside the group, they would not bother to take care of the devotees. So sometimes few devotees felt left out. And one incident I would like to personally quote is like one senior devotee was mentioning that he once visited a ISKCON temple where most of the devotees were from a particular spiritual master. And this devotee who visited the temple was not even offered prasadam for the whole day. And he was feeling very sad. He said, I will never visit that temple again. So this is in accordance to the first, question, like have we confused detachment with negligence? So I think this is where it answers. Regarding the second question about the act of care, I have personally seen and experienced that a few devotees, yeah, as Mataji was also mentioning, that they take up our services in case we are not able to do it because of some health issues or let's say certain emergencies, and that genuinely make us feel very much connected. We feel genuinely loved. So like the examples mentioned, like making prasadam or um, a visit or maybe taking up the services generally helps us to stay connected. Yeah, this is what I wanted to share. The feedback here is like it's a very human tendency to sometimes neglect, but it's also a reminder for us to consciously extend our care beyond, let's say, a familiar circle and make sure every devotee feels valued and included, because after all, like Krishna consciousness is meant to unite hearts, not divide into the groups. This is what I wanted to share, Gurudev. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
We still have one group reflections. Should we take that or we should continue?
Yeah, you can take it.
Okay.
Take it. Anyone.
Okay. Daya Rupa Shama Devidasi, please unmute yourself.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. So suddenly I got disconnected, but we could discuss two questions. In that, the first was about the detachment. In that, we could pick out some points where we discussed about that sometimes we neglect the things like taking like we don't take the responsibilities of the parents or husbands or wife or children. We think that no, we are getting so much attached and we stop taking care. We misuse that thing of detachment like that. So that one, or else we try to imitate the Goswamis, like sleeping 2 hours or having food very less in quantity when we are in a neophyte stage. So this is like doing detachment, but that is not detachment. We are neglecting that things that we discussed. And the second was yes, the services, the everything is small acts of the service that the people, the devotees, they remember when they come for the first time to the temple, the prasadam which we give to them, or is what we talk to them very sweetly, or taken care when they wanted to go somewhere to show the deities. They really remember the first experience what they have went through. So that small thing, always when I go for book distribution, I talk little very nicely, kindly, and I listen to them. After they calls me back and they see what problems they're going through, they try to discuss and they ask that how I can do bhakti nicely. So that small services helps a lot. That one. And we couldn't able to discuss the third point because of the network issue, Maharaj.
Thank you, Mataji, for the feedback.
Also, as it was just our day one, so we might have had some hiccups, but we can get used to this format wherein we'll be getting into these breakout rooms, and we can get more practice as to how we can recollect our thoughts, and one person can briefly represent each group. So starting tomorrow, we'll be having just 2 minutes maximum per group, wherein the leader can share in the thoughts quickly. So that also helps us smoothly proceed to the next section. So thank you so much for actively participating, and Shana Mataji, I'm sorry, over to you.
No, we have to give the screen to Gurudev, over to him to proceed with the further presentation.
Understanding spiritual regression. Many times we wonder what has happened to certain devotee who used to be so dedicated. Now their faith has become weak and they are dancing with different kinds of Maya because The Aparadhas have taken away the protection of Radha. The devotional creeper is no longer receiving any nourishment. One should be very careful to defend the creeper by fencing it in that way, by following the regulatory principles and associating with pure devotees. Associating with non-devotees, one breaks the regulatory principles and is thereby lost. Madhya Lila 157. Yes. Realization through contemplation. Implement protective fencing for your Bhakti ladder. Audit your association. 5 minutes. List your 5 top closest relationships. Assess which one inspires your Krishna consciousness. Which one drains it? 2. Create devotional boundaries. 5 minutes. Identify one relationship where you will maintain kind but less emotionally invested interaction, devotee or non-devotee. Identify one advanced devotee relationship you will prioritize and deepen this week. 3. Daily protective practice. 5 minutes. Before any significant social interaction, briefly pray for Radharani's protection. After social interaction, reflect. Did this nourish or drain my devotional compass? What's the goal? Become conscious of how association affects your spiritual life and take concrete steps to protect your Bhakti Lacha. All right? Parting meditation, daily meditation. When a mad elephant enters a beautiful garden, it destroys everything, leaving a barren field. Similarly, the power of Vaishnava Aparadhas is so great that even an advanced devotee becomes almost devoid of his spiritual asset if he commits it. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, everyone. We are now ready to take question answers. So whoever has any questions, please raise your hands. Narhari,
Quem está falando é a Yogini.
can you
Se vocês
unmute
puderem me
yourself?
mandar no WhatsApp, fica mais melhor para eu poder fazer a tradução.
Yeah, Gurudev, thank you so much for the lecture. I would like to ask, because in the beginning it was being explaining about the Gurur Avagya, the danger of disobeying the orders of the spiritual master. So, but your Holiness mentioned in some occasions you give a personal example where abaixa um pouquinho. It seems that we are strictly obeying the order of the spiritual master, but actually, in practice, that's not exactly what he wanted or expected from us. You mentioned once about devotees in the temple were living, and Bhaktisiddhanta Swami expressed his disappointment with them that they were supposed to leave the temple, and so in order to strictly obey the order of the spiritual master, devotees were considering to send them out, but then eventually a more experienced mature devotee expressed that it's not a question of sending them out, but it's a question of helping them to get tuned in the proper feet in the proper position. If you could explain us about that, Gurudev. That sometimes we think we are obeying the direct order, but sometimes it's not exactly what the Guru expected.
That was not like a direct disobedience. These were not acting properly, because it's like they were enjoying the facilities and not putting in efforts. So I was trying to explain the first class disciple, second class disciple, third class disciple. I was explaining the difference. Long time back, and a Lagos temple, a good day said we should transfer all the devotees to different place. Not because we were doing direct offense to him, not just that. A different case. Today we are looking at the Aparadhas. So Aparadhas is different from that is different from disobeying the system master. It was just that they were weak and they're doing things on their own. So good they didn't like that. So he demonstrated to us how the first class disciple knows the Guru's heart. And he also demonstrated how second class, third class disciples also their faith is not so strong. All right.
Dayarupa Shama Mataji, can you just unmute yourself?
Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. My first question was that about disobeying that spiritual master. In that, when we, I got a question that when we have said something to our Guru Maharaj that yes, we will go to do this, or we will get married with this person, or anything else, when we have said, and if there is a some problem or something problem created in that, and we couldn't able to do it what we have said, that is also considered as guru aparadh, or because it is like we are going to do, but Krishna's arrangement was something else, and we couldn't able to follow what we had said. So is it that also a guru aparadh, that is also offense, Maharaj?
If he had gone to take an instruction from the Susan Master for something, like I said, you are going to tell the Susan Master, okay, and this Prabhu or this Mataji, you have arranged, and then later you just change it on your own without getting permission from him, without discussing with him. That is not good. Maybe it is not a very serious thing. If it is something minor, for example, it's a minor thing. Can use our intelligence to adjust that. So we're going to go to a market, and then we discovered that there is a riot today in the market. So we waited until the riot is over, and then we went to the market to get it. So that you don't need to go and take permission from the system. So, oh, there's a riot in the market there. So instead of going by 2 o'clock, you went by 4 o'clock. You don't have to go and take permission for that. But if in the session you have gotten a instruction for special master to go and take 2,000 rupees to buy something, and he went and took 4,000 to buy something else. That is dangerous. That is dangerous. That should not be done because it will bring heavy consequences. Something like that. So you have to weigh the situation. So for a Christ disciple, he will know what to do. He will know. He will understand. Okay, situation is like this. You can put it that way. Then you present it to the Christian master. After. We went to the market to buy something. It was 3,000 our budget, 3,000. But when I went to the market, I saw that I got something 3,500, and it's better than the 3,000, and this is going to last us longer. So I added the 500 there to buy it. Come and present to the system. He will not going to block your head. That's the best use of intelligence. Oh yeah, you maximize what was available. Hey, no disobedience. That is fine. These are details. You don't give perfect example, but these are details. I hope it makes some sense. All right.
Yes, Maharaj. Thank you, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Gurudev, we have one question from yesterday by Her Grace Jaida Gopika Mataji. She's asking, what is the difference between revealing the mind and criticizing?
There's a great difference. Revealing the mind is different from criticizing. Great difference. They're not the same at all. They're not the same. If I come to tell you, oh, Jaida Gopika Mataji, actually, I was thinking that you japa is too loud. I was thinking like that in my mind. And I came to tell you that your japa is too loud. I'm revealing my mind to you. There's no criticism. Criticism is I'm not telling you what I'm doing is wrong. But I'm telling so many other devotees about everything about you, but I'm not telling you. That's the criticism. And that also means that I'm a coward. If you are sincere to what you're doing, you are a genuine person. And told the person directly, I think that I cannot hear when you're chanting. I'm not against loud chanting because it's good for you, but it discerns. So if you can step back a little bit, that reduce the volume, so I can also hear my own. That would be nice. That is not criticism. You are revealing the mind. And because I care for the person, this is love in action. Okay, for a person, so you make everything practical for the person to understand what is going on in my mind. That is revealing, it's a revelation, not criticism. All right?
Thank you, Gurudev. Is Great Jayananda Prabhu? Can you unmute yourself?
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Please accept my humble obeisances as the just of this faith, Guru Maharaj.
Thank you very much.
Well, you just mentioned that you mentioned the third class devotee, second class, and the first class. So the question is, what element is required to come out from this, to progress from third class or second class to the first class disciple, Guru Maharaj? What is required?
What is required is sincerity of purpose. Sincerity and being serious in our practice. If one is sincerely practicing, you have a straightforward dealing, straightforward sincerity and seriousness. That I have a straightforward dealing with this person when I'm open. So we get the confidence of this person, and he will empower us to come to that stage of first class. That's what you saw with our governor I was speaking about when everybody was asking me. Two of us in the same temple were three. Himself, his own Bhakti Bhasinjamar, and myself. Bhakti Bhasinjamar was temple president at that time. And I was in a BBT. And the other devotee was our head. So the Gurudev gave me, he told Bhakti Bhasinjamar, these devotees here are very lazy. They're lazy. They're just simply eating and just watching the time. Transfer them to a temple that is less opulent. So they will go and struggle. In this way, they will reduce their. So Maharaj came down to my office. So we were discussing. I went to his office. He called me. I went to his office. So he told me, "Say, good Dev said." So two of us we were thinking, we were putting our head together. He brought a paper and a Bible, so we listed all the names of the devotees in the temple. Now we are thinking where to position the temple. That then this our senior God, he came in. I saw two of us doing that. So he asked what we were doing. So Maharaj explained. I go to the very disappointing word. So these devotees were so lazy. We're just not active. So he asked us to transfer them. So we're just arranging that. He laughed. He told me, don't do that. No, don't do that. This is Guru order. He said, yes, it's Guru order. But until you don't do that. Because if you send your best devotee here to nobody going to send you his best devotee. If you're going to send at all, he will send devotees that are not comfortable with. That's the one he's going to send to you. So the association will be worse. Better you go to the ashram, whoever devotee is there this time you temple. That means lazy person, not 27. Or outside, St. Peter, or Haranam, whatever. Should go out. Everybody. So we obeyed him. We paid him. This makes sense. This is what I was saying. This makes sense. So Gurudev said us to go and buy some 2,000. He went and showed something better than that. 2005. So we bought that. This is what happened. This is what he demonstrated to us. So we did just that. And 2 hours later, Gurudev called. Oh, he came down also, went to the ashram. He said the place was empty. So then he finally came to the office and asked. When he came, we were all afraid. What's going to happen? What's going to happen now? So he said, so you have transferred the devotees? But Maharaj said, no. So what happened? So I've sent all of them on Sankirtan. They're all gone on Sankirtan and Harna. And Gurudev said, very good. We are very relieved. Very relieved. So our appreciation for our senior Guru increased because he is first class devotee. He understood what Gurudev meant. And we second class or third class, we didn't understand. So he helped us understand. So the whole thing is with straightforward dealings. We are open to do the right thing. We are loyal to spiritual master. And we're sincere. And very desirous to practice Krishna consciousness. When all these qualities are seen, then we'll be empowered. Even in African culture, it's like that. For a king to appoint any of the child to represent him, he must check that he will check any of the children that has these qualities. Then he will bring that child which is closer and give more training. So this is an investment that he will become mature and start yielding results. So all bona fide spiritual masters, they do this. They look for sincere, straightforward, devotee, loyal, and very good in practice. So they empower that devotee, give more training, bring him closer, and give all the necessary training because it's going to represent. This is a process. A disciple or a son that is responsible will not be empowered to represent. It cannot be second. It cannot be a bona fide second or first class disciple. All right? Make sense?
Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna.
We have 3 questions, but we are running out of time. So should we continue or?
Just try.
So should I ask Ratnagi Mataji to unmute yourself?
Hare Krishna, Srila Gurudev. Please accept my humble obeisances unto the dust of your lotus feet. Because of
Hare
poor
Krishna.
network, I am not switching on video, Srila Gurudev. Please forgive me for that. And by Janan Prabhu's question, we understood how to go, like you told, from second class, third class devotee. You can go to be first class, how to go that disciple. But Srila Gurudev, when we are on a very neophyte stage, we don't know how to deal with the spiritual master. So many offenses we commit. So then how we will be like, how it will be taken care of? Like,
Neophyte devotees should not be very close. That's our tradition. Neophyte devotees should not be very close because it's very dangerous. They should serve from distance in the beginning until they gradually become mature. Then they can come closer. Just like you don't give a child a knife. It's risky. You can give us adult a knife, but not a child. So neophyte devotees should serve from this and not too close to a system. They will misbehave, they will make a blunder. They will gradually get purified and mature and come forward. These days we're not following that tradition and things are messed up. That's just the beginning. All right?
yes, Gurudeva, But when it happens like by chance or by destiny, so then how we will overcome that offenses what we have committed when we were not knowing?
If we make offenses, not deliberately, but weakness, like you said, that will not be taken seriously. It will not be taken seriously. It be nobody feel bad when a child passes water on the floor on there. Nobody feel bad. It be overlooked. But when we are doing deliberate, they call it, premeditated offense, then it's very, very risky and dangerous, very devastating.
Yes, yes, Bhante. Thank you. It really gives hope. Thank you so much.
Next question, so we can go. Neha?
Hare Krishna.
Yes, you.
Mataji, Mataji, can you unmute yourself?
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances in your lotus feet. Thank you
Thank
for the
you.
wonderful class. My question is, we have Guru Parampara that we should do hearing chanting. So if anything specific from that, maybe Shravanam. So if we receive that from Guru in, like, how do I say it? Maybe through a dream, or like he is speaking. So he's instructing you that you should do Shravan uh, of particular Bhagavatam or something. So we are trying to do that, but the thing is that we are not able to do it 24 hours or like max to max. But at the back of the mind, it is there that we should follow the instruction. So the remaining hours we are not able to do if we are chanting, reading. So is it considered aparadh or something? Thank you so much.
If we have been advised to do hearing, so we should hear. You know that you're going to hear 24 hours. You can hear as much as we can because other things are there. So you should do that. You're not expecting if you hear 24 hours, you're going to sleep. So you're going to sleep, you're going to bed. Right? So we hear as much as we can. Then continue to do other things. That is not disobedience. It's disobedience if you say, oh, yeah, Guru Dev gave me this instruction. Yes, I've been planning how to hear. So your plan is taking you 5 years before you start hearing. I'm planning, this instruction given to me. So Prabhupada took a long time in preparation to these duties. So I'm taking 5 years to plan how I'm going to hear. I can start hearing for 24 hours. And that is music. That is different. All right. Hare Krishna.
Anurag Prabhu, can you unmute yourself?
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dhanvat Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Very happy Diwali.
Thank you very much. Happy Diwali.
Hare Krishna
I
Maharaj.
didn't tell of you happy Diwali today because I'm telling or tell you tomorrow. So I didn't tell today. But you can do it many times anyway.
Yes, Maharaj. 4 days. Maharaj, so actually, what we read today has been bothering me from quite some time. Actually, we say every morning that devotees are the ocean of compassion. But in my experience, it has been somewhat contrary of late, because anytime I expect any little help, even from devotees, not for my personal this thing, but maybe in some service or something, I am many times met with disappointment. Like my experience is that devotees are not helping, and in general, I'm seeing that the behavior of the devotees is very, very impersonal. Like even if they see that someone is in a problem, uh, like what to speak of giving any help, they don't even bother to give few kind words like that. So on the contrary, I'm seeing that anytime I'm in a difficulty, generally my family, who are supposedly so-called non-devotees, who are or relatives who are not chanting, or not doing any of these things that we are doing, which is supposed to make our heart soft. But the family is more helpful, always more receptive. Like they seem eager that we'll help you if you're in some problem. Whereas with the devotees, it feels like their heart is very hard because of maybe practicing too much detachment, like Rup Goswami says.
No, it is not. It is not a detachment.
Yes, Maharaj.
Rupa Goswami will not do like what we are talking. So Rupa Goswami will not neglect, will not do help. Or the sisters will say will not. So Prabhupada will not do like that. So when we talk about devotee, we should understand. When we say devotee, we're looking at pure devotees, not a practitioner.
Okay.
So you're dealing with practitioners who have not developed these qualities. That's why you're having difficulty. And like you say, the parents are more, you're not practicing, but they are more helpful than those of us who are trying to make practice. It is due to hard-heartedness. It's not because of detachment. This hard-heartedness, it means that our practice is a show. It is not genuine practice. Therefore, the heart is not becoming softened. The heart is not melting. If you practice nicely, the heart will be melting. And we're showing the sense. You know that we are going to show it after perfection. We can see showing because the progress is there. It will start manifesting that we are learning something, and what you're learning, the knowledge is coming. It will be manifesting. Most of us are extremely materialistic. We are mechanical. Therefore, Christian concept is so powerful that it shows. What we practice shows. And we have mentioned many times, and some word we use, it seems like we are insulting the word. Actually, what is happening? We have mentioned many times that to practice Christian consciousness, we have to become a human being first. A human, like you say, your parents are not practicing, but why are they so helpful? Because the human beings have human quality or human qualities. Therefore, they can act like that. Many of us doesn't have a human quality yet. That is also creating a lot of problems because people are seeing that, like you're saying, we are not representing the system nicely by our behavior. That is very glaring, and many people are saying that, and they get discouraged. Why? Because you don't have a human quality yet. Yesterday, Prabhupada said that we have been recruited from where? Not from Goloka, from here, from here, very dangerous place. So we don't expect that we become a pure devotee instantly. That to be able to see that when we hear like Katanga Maharaj, the moment they become pure devotee, we know that they have made the investment long time back, and they've been depositing many good qualities to accumulate to that amount, and immediately they turn to perfection. So some of us are just starting from a very far distance. Far distance means our sin have been accumulated since some immemorial, and we are just starting. So the human quality is not there. So it will take some time. So you should not be discouraging this. You should understand that we are still very raw, very crude, and we are trying to be groomed. We used that word last time, groomed. We have to be groomed. Therefore, we can come to a human platform to practice as a human being. Why would someone not keep regulating principles if a human being must keep principles? Only animal doesn't keep, but every human being is supposed to keep. So why some of us are not keeping? We don't have a human quality. You don't need to be told. You don't need to be told. As a human being, we're supposed to know that yes, this is what is there. Hmm?
Maharaj, on the flip side, I also felt that maybe trying to see it in a positive light is that maybe to keep less expectation of devotees, but to try to depend more on Krishna. I was trying to reason out like that. Maybe uh, I'm not sure if that is right or wrong, but
Yes, you should understand that I'm not dealing with the pure devotees. I'm dealing with we are trying to become a devotee from a very rough background. Like Madhavi Majeri said, she also having the same experience as you mentioned, but she had decided, as we're talking, yeah, this we mentioned before that Christians say 4 kinds of people approach. How do we expect 4 kinds of people to behave the same way? It's not possible. It's not going to work like that until we take some time to get purified by the practice and raise our standard to this platform. Then what you're expecting, you can get it at that time, but not this time. So this should be understood, so we don't get discouraged and think that the system is not working. No, we should also. Yesterday we discussed that properly recommended. We should, instead of criticizing, we should teach by our own example. Let us do it. To understand that we are few. We understand that we are few, so we don't expect the majority are going to do the same thing. Madhavi is telling me, let me emulate that behavior I want to see in them, within me, at all times. This is the mentality we should have. So since I'm not getting there, we should become that. And in Kali Yuga, in West Africa, if you do like that, everybody would think, yeah, that is you. You can do like that, but I don't have to do like that. This is another problem. So this is a day. It's not so easy to become a devotee. Please, we should understand this. It's not so easy to become a devotee. So we should be encouraged by seeing those who are very few. Manush Shanam Sahasreshu. Kestit Sidaye Sarati. Beti Mam Tata. Very, very out of thousand, very few will go for perfection. And after those people who attempt perfection, Chitman Beti Tatota. Very difficult to find one who knows meaning truth. That is how rare Christian consciousness is. Not so easy. Don't think that thousands of people have gathered there, standing dancing. Oh, we have million devotees now. You don't have million devotees. Maybe only 2. Maybe only 2 there that is there. So look for those 2 and continue with your service. Otherwise, you get disappointed and think that everybody here, oh yeah, we have thousands of devotees now. It's a big mistake. Thank you, Madhavi Najeri, for this understanding and sharing also. We wish all of you success and we pray we will raise our standards to this high level and become a living example for others to come in. See all of you tomorrow. His Holiness Teacher Maharaj Ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai, Gaura Bhakti Vrinda Ki Jai, Hari Hari Bol.
His Holiness Bhakti Dhira Damodara Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you everyone for joining today's session and see you tomorrow, same time for our next session. Hari Bol.
ठाकुर वैष्णव गण करिए निवेदन ठाकुर वैष्णव गण करिए निवेदन ठाकुर वैष्णव गण करिए निवेदन ठाकुर वैष्णव गण करिए मुबड़ धम दुराचार मुबड़ धम दुराचार दारुण संसार निधि ताहे डुबाइलो विधि दारुण संसार निधि ताहे डुबाई केश धरी मोरे कर पार केश धरी मोरे कर पार ठाकुर वैष्णव गण करिए निवेदन ठाकुर वैष्णव गण मुबड़ धम दुराचार मुबड़ धम दुरा विधि बड़ बलवान ना सुने धर्म ज्ञान विधि बड़ बलवान विधि बड़ बलवान ना सुने धर्म ज्ञान विधि बड़ सदाईक रम फांसे बांधे सदाईक रम फांसे ना देखी तारण लेस যত দেখি সব ক্লেশ না দেখি তারণ লেশ অনাথ কাতরে দেহ কান্দে অনাথ কাতরে দেহ ठाकुर वैष्णव गण करिए निवेदन ठाकुर वैष्णव गण मुबड़ धम दुराचार मुबड़ ठाकुर वैष्णव गण करिए निवेदन ठाकुर वैष्णव काम क्रोध लोभ मोह मदभिमान सह काम क्रोध मोह आपना स्थाने टाने आपना स्थाने ये छन आमारो मन फिरे जेन अंध जन ये छन ये छन आमारो मन फिरे जेन अंध जन ये छन सुपथ विपथ नहीं जाने सुपथ विपथ नहीं जान ठाकुर वैष्णव गण करिए निवेदन ठाकुर वैष्णव मु बड़ धम दुराचार मु बड़ ठाकुर वैष्णव गण करिए निवेदन ठाकुर वैष्णव नालइलु सत मत असते मजिल चित नालइलु सत मत नालइनु सत मत असते मजिल चित नालइनु तोया पाए ना करिनु आस तोया पाए ना करिनु नरोत्तम दास कय देखि शुणी लागे भय नरोत्तम नरोत्तम दास कय देखि शुणी लागे भय नरोत्तम तराइयाम लह निज पास तराइया लह निज ठाकुर वैष्णव गण करिए निवेदन ठाकुर वैष्णव मु बड़ धम दुराचार मु बड़ दारुण संसार निधि ताहे डुबाइलो विधि दारुण संसार निधि केश धरी मोरे करो पार केश धरी ओ हे वैष्णव ठाकुर, ओ हे वैष्णव ठाकुर, वैष्णव ठाकुर जय हो, वैष्णव ठाकुर, वैष्णव ठाकुर। जय जय प्रभुपाद, 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 श्रील प्रभुपाद, जय प्रभुपाद, प्रभु जय जय प्रभुपाद, 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 प्रभुपाद। जय जय गुरुदेव, 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 गुरुदेव। निताय गौर हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि बोल गौर हरि। भुवन मंगल हरिनाम। शुद्ध भक्त चरण रेणु भजन अनुकूल